Hello once again everyone and welcome back to another vlog. Now, I'm recording this on Tuesday the 30th of September. You won't see this for a couple of days, but I decided to make another Sid Discusses video. It's been a while since I made one of them, just mainly because I never knew what I wanted to talk about. I mean, I've watched a lot and played a lot and done a bunch of stuff which could aren't a discussion video, but I always just didn't want to do it, and I've just been thinking for the last couple of days, I'm like, I really should do some more discussion videos. Well, I watch these movies from time to time, usually over the weekend, and some of them are decent and should be, I could talk about them. Some of them I don't enjoy, which I don't really want to talk about, but I decided let's talk about the decent ones now. Last week I watched this film called Clerks, on the sort of part of the movie book club from Screenplay, the movie / TV podcast from Rooster Teeth. So it's like I watched all this stuff they sort of recommend over than Train Spotters because I've already seen that and stuff. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, well, I watched it, I'm like, okay, I'll watch this. It was, alright. So I think it was Kevin Smith's first film. Basically, it's a film full of moments, which they said on the podcast, and there's some really excellent moments in the film that are funny as fuck. Well, not funny as fuck, but fairly funny. And but the rest of it is just up and down. I think being filmed in black and white was just a weird choice for me, and yeah, I mean, it was like an independent film kind of deal, and black and white was edgy and whatever, but it didn't really work. But then because of that, I did some research and I'm like, Chasing Amy is on there, which is another Kevin Smith film which he made a few years later, so I'm like, alright, let's watch Chasing Amy, which I did this weekend, and I enjoyed it a lot more than Clerks. I would certainly say it's not as funny as, well, it doesn't have as many funny moments as Clerks did. It does have a little bit of comedy in it, but it's more about this relationship between these two people. You've got Holden, who's this comic book artist. He makes Bluntman in Chronic, which is basically based off of Jake and Silent Bob, with his best mate kind of deal. He does the line work, and then his best mate does the filling in and stuff like that, making it more defined with the pen and stuff. And it's quite successful at it, and he was talking about doing an animated series and stuff. And then he's got this girl he meets at, I think it's New York Comic Con. Yeah, New York Comic Con. So they're doing some signings and stuff, and they go off and watch this panel being done by this black guy who's one of their mates and fellow comic writer kind of deal, and she's on the panel, and they meet sort of through that, and then they sort of hang out more. She invites him out to a party, and he realizes though she's a lesbian kind of deal, but basically they become friends and they hang out more and more kind of deal, and sort of eventually they fall in love. He falls in love and she falls in love, and it's kind of deal, and they go into a relationship which is you think, oh, she's a lesbian, I don't guys kind of deal, but it was pretty well explained why she went for him instead kind of deal. It's and then he learns stuff about her past where she's done some sex stuff and that he's not experienced, and he's kind of jealous and intimidated by that, and it's just making you think that you're the only guy I've slept with was a lot simpler than just keeping saying how just incredible you are kind of deal. You are the person I London who've been searching for, but obviously guys are guys and they like get stuck in their head kind of deal, and then he meets Sid and Silent Bob in a calf place to give them their commission basically for use of their image in his comic books, and Silent Bob, who obviously by the name is meant to be mostly slightly, but occasionally says these profound things. He's played by Kevin Smith. He tells Holden about chasing Amy, where he was in a relationship with Amy and she told him about her ex-boyfriend and how she had occasionally slept with more than one person in the same bed, and he got intimidated by this, sort of broke up their relationship, and then he realised that was a mistake and he went chasing Amy, but by the time he told her, well yeah, I made a mistake, she had moved on kind of deal, and he's Holden sort of figured it out kind of deal. But yeah, it was really well, just the storyline was really good. I enjoyed it. The actors, it was Ben Affleck playing Holden, you had some other person playing the lead female character, but she was pretty good as the lead female character. He had a cameo by Matt Damon, who was like the guy who wanted to turn it into an animated series kind of deal, the comic and stuff like that, and it was really well, just the story fit really well together, and it was like certain the relationship of how he advanced. He had some really funny moments in it where it's like the lesbian chick he falls in love with and his best mate sort of compare notes to looking at women and their injuries they've got from doing that kind of deal. And that was pretty funny, and then there was the whole bunch of references to Clerks in it because it's set in the same universe. It's like all of Kevin Smith's stuff during this period of time, from Clerks to forget what film it was, like I think it's Jane and Silent Bob Strike Back or something like that, are all within the same universe basically, and they're all like linked together somehow. So obviously you've got this chick who knows a person who was like the ex-girlfriend to Dante and fucked the dead guy and quick stuff and stuff. So you got that reference there, and then you got some Star Wars stuff which they did in Clerks as well stuff, and I liked and enjoyed the Star Wars references and stuff. It was really well done, really nicely shot, and I mean it was in colour this time, but you know you had some really cool, good shots in there, showing off this stuff and going back in time sort of thing. The flashbacks to some of the sex stuff was pretty interesting. You know, the actors did a good job kind of deal portraying their roles, and it was just generally a really good movie. And then he had a fairly decent movie because it was I think it's a late 90s movie kind of deal, so you had basically some of the really good 90s music over the top, and several times the songs just really fit the moment kind of deal, so that was really good. So I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend you go watch Chasing Amy. I mean, Clerks is just sort of like probably something that you might want to watch once, but it's not like worth watching over and over again. It doesn't have that sort of quality. But Chasing Amy, will probably watch it again in the future at some point. But yeah, so I think that's all I've got to say for now, guys. I'll probably be doing more of these as I watch more movies. Might be doing one on 300 sequel because I bought that for myself. Depends on if I finish Pokemon anytime soon. Not watched it in the last couple, 2 weeks I think. But I'll do one on Pokemon eventually and stuff like that. So just stay tuned. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Peace out, Girl Scouts.